You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hello everyone, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Dawn Chorus, Bjorn's Path. So the last place we left off, we were just stargazing with that big lovely fella, and I'm very curious to see what the evening holds for both Carvine and Bjorn. I'm very curious as to what's in his room, because he seems very, very guarded about that. But anyway guys, let's jump right back into it. And let's see where the evening takes us, shall we? Alright, here we go. Alarm chain, you're up. Okay. Alright, let's do it. I have no idea what I want to do after I graduate. If I graduate. You don't sound like you enjoy this. That's because I don't. Why are you putting yourself through this then? I don't really have a choice. But I'd rather talk about something else now, if you don't mind. So, maybe you tell me what made you choose cognitive science. Will you think less of me if my answer turns out to be silly? Probably. Maybe a bit. So, back when I was in primary school, I had a dream in which I died, but I remained conscious. As you can imagine, it was a pretty horrible nightmare. So bad that I remembered it all after I woke up and my brain started to fixate on it. I developed a serious fear that I could remain conscious after death and I'd have to spend an eternity rotting in a grave. That fear remained with me for a long time, in a closed box somewhere at the dark corner of my mind. When we started biology classes in middle school, I started to read about consciousness. It turned out that we don't know much about it, and the dispute about its nature spans from philosophy to neurobiology. The whole thing seems so fascinating. Our consciousness is literally us, but we still don't really know what it is or how it works. So, just to satisfy my curiosity, I chose the studies that are the closest to the topic. That makes sense. Oh. Well, hello there, and goodbye. Suddenly, a cat wearing black clothes walks out of the guest house and jumps off the terrace. Wait, is that Klaus? I'm gonna ignore him for now. Klaus is an interesting guy. I will be going there, and Klaus will be the next one. Yes! The mysterious kitty will be getting his own playthrough. I watch him casually walk off into the woods, disappearing between the trees. Well, that was weird. Did you see that? That guy's a bit weird, yeah. I hope he won't catch a cold. But what might he be up to at this hour? No idea. I don't even want to know. Do you think we should report that to Devin? Nah, what could happen to him around here? He could fall into like some crevice and then die of hypothermia? Yeah. Maybe you're right. Still, I have a bad feeling about this. Should we head back already? It is getting quite a bit late. Okay, I still have some plans for today, so let's go back inside. Plans for today? What does he want to do at this hour? I guess I'll find out soon. We both stand up and shake off the snow from our clothes and fur. With our plates in paw, we return to the guest house and leave the cold October night behind. Okay, here we are. Bjorn unlocks the door and moves aside, letting me in first. Ooh, that is a nice room. Damn. Look at that light. I love that. I love lamps like that. His room looks different than the others I've seen in this guest house, with two beds standing against the back wall and a table standing between them, likely moved there by the bear. Don't just stand like that. Make yourself at home. You can drop your stuff wherever. I didn't expect any guests today, so it's messy in here anyway. Sorry for that. Some clothes are scattered all over one of the beds, and two empty plastic bottles lie on the floor under the table. Honestly, it's not that bad. Not worse than in my dorm room, that's for sure. But maybe I shouldn't mention that to him. Okay, thanks. I don't have much with me anyway. I'll be back in a moment. Just gotta take a leak. I take off my coat and put it away on the hanger next to the entrance, then look around the room. There's a laptop on the table and a few book stands on one of the bedside cabinets. I can't see their titles from here, but all the books all seem rather short. I'm sure you guys heard that. Kitties, knock it off! Silly cats. Anyway, I wonder where he lives. I haven't asked if he was in a room. I haven't asked if he has a room in the dorm or if he rents something. It'd be cool if it turned out that he lives in the same dorm as me. I don't think I've ever seen him there, but then I didn't know him before the camp. We could have just walked through the same corridors for the last 3 months, passing each other every day. I put away my camera bag on the table and sit on the empty bed. It smells a bit like Bjorn already, so he must have spent some time on it already, likely watching something on that laptop or reading books. Not that it's a bad thing, he has a pleasant scent. Sitting on his bed feels a bit like leaning on him. If I sprawled on it, I could imagine he's hugging me. But that would be a bit creepy, so I don't. Hope you're not tired yet, Carvine. Maybe a bit. Why do you ask? Oh, I just thought we could still do something together. If you want to go to sleep already, that's fine. I'll grab a book and read for a while. I might be a bit tired after the whole day, but I'm definitely interested in what Bjorn has in mind. What were you thinking of? How about watching an anime together? Oh, that sounds great. No answer. Oh, what? An anime? Oh, come on, Carvine. Really? You don't know what an anime is? Come on, don't tell me you don't like them. I don't really know. I don't have a strong opinion. A friend of mine tried showing me a few back in high school, but they were really trashy. Oh, I have someone to convert. I know just what to play then. This one is good, trust me. Aren't they, like, really long, though? A season with 10 episodes would probably take 5 hours. This one's a film, so it's around an hour and a half. Okay, then, we can try. Don't be mad at me if I don't like it, though. Oh, speaking of anime, a pretty good anime movie on Netflix that I recently watched was called Expelled from Paradise. My god, that has a lot of fan service, but it actually explores a lot about digital consciousness and digital immortality versus the physical world. It's really good movie with some fantastic action sequences. Man, absolutely amazing sequences. But anyway, guys, let's go right back into it. Anyway, we can try. Don't be mad at me if I don't like it, though. Just a tiny bit. Okay, so what's it called? I'm pretty sure you've never heard of it, and I don't want to spoil anything. Can I go and take a quick shower first, though? Sure thing. You'll find a fresh towel inside. Mine is the one on the radiator. Do you need anything else? Why would you put a towel on a radiator? That is extremely dangerous, you big bear. I'm gonna fucking boop your... Boop. Don't do that. Don't put towels on radiators. I got a bathroom kit from the receptionist, so I have everything I need. Thanks. Have fun, then. Fun. Carrying the bathroom kit with me, I enter the bathroom. Time to commence the evening maintenance. I first brush my teeth, paying special attention to my long canines. I'm glad they had a kit with a toothbrush designed for Fila Day. Those bigger and wider universal ones are sometimes painful to use. Then I undress myself down to the boxers, putting all my clothes on the toilet lid, first making sure that it's clean, and I look at myself in the mirror. Anime, huh? Not really my thing, but it's good to stay open-minded. It'll be the third one I'm trying. Third time lucky? I hope so. I'd be ashamed to waste the evening on something I won't enjoy. I'll give it a half an hour just to tell if I don't like it, or just start talking with him instead. I lean in and inspect my face. It looks the same as always, just more tired. I forgot to ask him about where he lives. I have to remember to do it after I'm done in here. I've been really scatterbrained today, likely because I didn't get much sleep last night, and sleeping on a bus is different to a proper rest in a comfortable bed. Thankfully, the day is over, so with a bit of luck, I won't lose anything else. My phone inside the toilet, for example. I should hurry up, though. Bjorn is waiting for me, and I'm just standing here staring at my reflection and daydreaming. I take off my boxers, letting them fall to the ground. I grab the shampoo and conditioner from the bathroom kit and hop into the shower. The water is warm and pleasant. Wasting no time, I open the shampoo and start rubbing it into my fur, starting with my head. Now that I think of it, I have no idea how old Bjorn is either. He could easily be around 25, but my guess is that he just looks older than he actually is. That's probably true. If he wasn't 25, he probably wouldn't be studying anymore. I know so little about him in general. He didn't talk a lot about himself until I asked. Maybe he doesn't like to. Anyway, if he's my friend, and I'd like to think he is, I should ask him more about his life. I'm glad I ran into him today. He's maybe the friendliest person I've met in Norway so far. Well, maybe apart from Lake. That fuzzy goofball could probably befriend anyone. Still, it took some time until he warmed up to me, and he was rather shy and reserved at first. Usually Nordic people tend to keep their distance and need a long time before forging any deeper connections. I know I'm like that too, and yet Bjorn managed to introduce that distance between us in a single day. He's quite handsome too, which is a nice bonus. And even though he knows I'm into guys, he doesn't mind physical contact. I know some guys who'd be weirded out by it, and I'm glad Bjorn isn't like that. It'd be nice if we could keep in contact after the camp, too. If I actually started liking anime, that is. I continue with the relaxing ritual until I'm all clean. Then I open the conditioner and apply it generously, brushing it into my wet fur. It's unbranded, but it smells nice. Now I smell nice, too. Finally, I rinse my whole body again and turn off the water. I step out of the shower and dry myself with a fresh towel, which takes some time when you're all covered in thick feline fur. I'm finished in a few minutes, plus modern technology for these thick, super-absorbing towels. And only now I realize something. I don't have any clean clothes, so I need to put on the same ones I've been wearing all day. Ugh! I wish at least I had a fresh pair of boxers. At least I didn't sweat that much today, and I already took one shower, so it could be worse. I checked the t-shirt, but it doesn't really smell of anything yet. It's also kind of hard to detect your own smell. You're kind of used to how you smell. I hope Bjorn won't mind my indecency. I put the t-shirt and boxers on, grab the bathroom kit and my clothes, and leave. Ah. Nope, on the laptop. There you go. Standard Windows laptop. Standard Windows background. I love it. And I'm back. Bjorn is already sitting on his bed when I enter the room, which, with pillows lined up against the walls, is a makeshift backrest. Good. I was starting to think you got lost in there. Or you got tangled up in a towel and suffocated. I wouldn't want to have to inform Devin that I have a dead student in my bathroom. I didn't take that long, did I? 20 minutes. Could be worse. Tigers have thick fur. Drying all that isn't a quick task. Not unlike bears. Do you want some snacks or something for the film? I have some energy drinks, too, if you want. Thanks, but I'd rather focus on the film. Snacks are always at least a bit distracting, and I want to give whatever Bjorn wants to show me a proper chance. And we've just had supper. I'm feeling full after that. Yeah, you guys get a lot of nice food. Come on, then. Sit down and we can start. Oh, wait. Can you turn off the light? Yeah, sure. After dropping off my clothes on the other bed, I turn off the light and sit down next to the bear, keeping a small distance from him out of politeness. Ooh, that is a nice scene. Oh, man, that's a good render. He starts the film and leans back on the pillows. The logo of the film distributor displays on the screen in complete silence. After that, the title of the movie, in kanji and some language that seems vaguely familiar. Nocto de la Galaxia Fervojo. Why is there a Spanish translation of the title in Japanese animation? It's not Spanish, it's Esperanto. I'll explain later if I don't forget. And you can come closer. I don't mind. Unless you're queasy about physical contact, but you certainly didn't seem to be earlier. He turned towards me and winks, and the computer screen reflecting in his eyes. Earlier I had my trousers on, though. Well, your call. Feeling my cheeks getting hot, I move closer to him, pressing up against his side. I only hope I won't get any random boners. Without trousers to conceal one, it would be awkward as hell. Meanwhile, the film starts. First, a dozing cat, then an aerial shot of some building, slowly zooming in while a teacher explains something to the students. Oh, and it's an astronomy class. How fitting. It looks a bit dated, but it's for sure much older than all the anime I've seen so far. The pacing seems a bit slow for now, but this is just the beginning. And it's a welcome change after this whole day. I'm not in the mood for some action-packed spectacle. Thankfully, I don't mind slower films, as this one seems to be one. I like having some mental space to process the events I take in the atmosphere. And wow, those cats are cute. Uh-oh. What you doing? Just hanging and banging? It's been half an hour and not much has happened yet. There's some festival going on, but the main character misses most of it, running errands for others. It seems like the film tries to put the viewer in a dreamlike state, but I was already pretty tired to begin with, and I can't feel myself slowly slipping into a real dream. Can someone tell me if this is if they recognize this as like an actual anime or something? I would like to know. Maybe this just isn't for me, and I don't like anime, no matter the quality and genre. I promised myself to give it half an hour, and it's already past that. Bjorn seemed pretty sure that I was going to like it, so maybe I shouldn't give up on it so soon. He himself seems to be completely engrossed in the film, though, completely focused on the screen. Bjorn? Hmm? He gives me a quick glance before turning back to the screen. Does it get more interesting after a while? Yeah, the start is slow, but it picks up just after this scene. The main character climbs up a hill, running away from the village. All around him while flowers bloom, contrasting with the black sky threatening to swallow everything. A lone bird swoops down from the sky, flying across the slope with a loud cry. The cat makes it to the top and sits down on the grass, looking up at the starry sky, just like me and Bjorn not long ago. It's an incredible feeling to have the whole galaxy in front of you. In the film, it looks more like spilled milk than individual stars. Suddenly, a neon-bright shape descends from the sky, straight at the cat, followed by a loud hiss. Whoa, wait, what was that? Ha! Just wait, it only gets weirder from here. Oh, I bet it's gonna be good. Oh, I want more descriptions. Oh, come on! The ending credits scroll up the screen, but I barely notice them. I get up from the bed and walk towards the window. Carvine? The moon shines brightly above the mountains, painted in otherworldly hues. Everything seems to be flowing, as if the trees were moving in a complicated dance of their own will, and not just swaying in the wind. I feel like I'm still out there, floating through the galaxy. The harpsichord still plays in my head, chords bashing over and over again like an earthquake. Have I ever done anything truly good? Some kind of act that would give my life meaning? Is my life a loan I have to pay up? It makes you ask questions, doesn't it? I'm more concerned about the answers now, though. Where does one find happiness? Is it worth it to sacrifice yourself for others? What value does life have? There aren't any right answers. You have to find your own, by living your life. But it's important to ask the right questions. Who do you live your life for? Who do I live my life for? For myself, obviously. But there are also my parents, family, friends. I know I need them, and I couldn't imagine not having them. But is that all? It is my ambition to become a scientist and do research. In part to satisfy my curiosity, but I want to make some contribution to science. Could this make me happy? Knowing that my work put something positive into the world, that I helped someone, that I had an impact on others' lives? If there's one answer I could get out of this film, is that being there for others can give my life value. I probably don't need to sacrifice myself for them, but to live only for myself and my own goals would be an empty life. Wow, I had no idea an anime could hit this hard. But this one does things to people, yeah. I had no idea stuff like this existed. All the Western animations I've seen were much more geared towards younger audience. Not like this couldn't have been played for kids, but it wasn't afraid to get dark. It didn't shy away from heavy topics, and it didn't treat the viewer like an idiot. It didn't shy away from a bittersweet ending that now no Western studio would have the guts to do. Okay, I have to admit, anime can be great. See, I told you. But this is just one film. Quite an old one at that, so I don't yet feel entirely convinced. All the symbolism was a bit much, but the surreal scenery was a delight to look at. It's hard to find works this imaginative lately. You just have to know where to look. Bjorn turns on the light and stretches, groaning. Bjorn? Yeah? What am I supposed to do with all these feelings inside me now? Cherish them. Use them to grow and become a more complete person. I miss having those. As you get older, things just dull a little bit. Nothing has such an impact on you anymore, and you don't ask as many questions. You just get used to living in this world. What if they aren't good feelings? Decide if they're good or not. It's not like with a heartbreak. It can crush you if you can't resolve the feelings inside you, but it's also a chance to grow. Often negative experiences and emotions can teach you more than positive ones, and you learn to appreciate them too. This wasn't your first time watching it, was it? I saw it 4 years ago, the same year I finished high school. So that would make you 23? 24. I had a gap year after I didn't get into med school, and I failed a year. 24. 5 years older than me, huh? Yet we talk like there's no barrier between us. Oh, before I forget again, I was wondering, where do you live? Well, currently I'm living with my parents. I moved back there after I failed a year. I lived in a dorm before that, so I guess it's an upgrade. Whenever I've seen him, he always looked composed and confident, so suddenly seeing him get visibly sad almost makes my heart ache. I want to give him a hug, but I don't know if he would appreciate it. Hey man, there is no shame in still living with your parents. The housing market, especially in America, is absolute fucking garbage. So fucking expensive. You don't seem very happy with that. You don't need to state the obvious. I don't have much to say in this. I can't work to support myself because my studies take all my time. I'm glad to have a roof above my head and food on my plate. By the way, Carvine, there's something that's been bugging me. What's that? Why me? I mean, why did you want to stay here with me instead of, let's say, with Miko? Miko, it's a bit of a complicated situation, but I don't know if I want to get into it now. Fair. And, well, just like you. Yep. Cute. Which one? Spending time with you today was fun, and, well, I just like you. I didn't see a reason why it shouldn't be you. Do I need a special reason? You tell me. Let's go with the cute option, see if that's a little bit different. He's been chill enough with everything so far that I feel like I can actually risk being upfront about that. I think you're a cute guy, and, you know... Well, I just thought being around you is nice. You're cool and quite good looking, and I hope that you don't mind me saying that, but I just thought it would be nice if we could get a bit closer. And guys, I am going to leave you right there because I am a cruel, cruel person. But that means there'll be more next time. I hope there's day 2 content for him, otherwise the next video is going to be kind of short. Anyway guys, let me know if there's only a little bit more after this. If you would, and I'll just do like a follow-up video. But anyway, guys, that's been another episode of Bjorn's Path. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!